On this past Friday, we learned the devastating news that the body of 22-year-old missing Missouri student Riley Strain had been located and recovered out from the Cumberland River, 8 miles downstream from downtown Nashville. And shortly following the recovery of Riley Strain, we heard from Chief John Drake of the Metro Nashville Police Department in a press conference where we learned that Riley Strain had been located and recovered by a worker on the river who initially went to move an object out of the river, and at that time, as the object was being removed, Riley Strain then surfaced. We also learned from Chief John Drake that the medical examiner's office had arrived on scene and done an initial examination of Riley Strain, where we learned that there appeared to be no foul play with the body at that time from the initial examination. Chief John Drake then followed up by saying that an autopsy would be more than likely conducted on the same day. However, today we come to you with the preliminary autopsy results, and it appears at this time that the medical examiner's office is not finalizing or coming to any conclusive decision on Riley Strain's death as of now, due to the fact that they are waiting for all testing to return, including the toxicology report, which has now been sent out. I would believe that the medical examiner's office is waiting for that toxicology report, as it is very pertinent information. We have seen many questions arise as to if Riley may have been drugged or how highly intoxicated he actually was. Many of these questions surface from the surveillance video, as well as the interaction that he had with law enforcement, where it appeared that he was somewhat coherent as he had the exchange of greeting with that law enforcement officer later that evening while the officer was on the car burglary call. So for the medical examiner's office to not conclusively give any sort of result yet until that toxicology report comes back, they are doing a very thorough investigation into this. Again, as we have seen, so much sensitive evidence in this case. But again, we do have the preliminary results from the autopsy conducted by the ME's office out of Nashville. So now let's go ahead and jump right into those results, which were given to the Tennessean by MNPD spokesperson Chris Mumford. Here's what they had to say. Missouri college student Riley Strain's death appears to be accidental. Toxicology results are still pending, but there is no apparent foul play. A detective attended the autopsy examination, continues to appear accidental. Like I stated previously, the medical examiner's office is not giving a final or conclusive decision yet as to the cause of death for Riley. And as we have seen in the past, toxicology reports do not necessarily have a quick turnaround. I would imagine they would try to get these results as soon as they can. This has been a very heartbreaking 2 weeks, 14 days into the search until Riley Strain was located in the river. His parents were extremely involved in this case. They were in Nashville as all of the police search and rescue were out trying to locate their son. Many heavy hearts as this was national news. Several communities affected by this. And on that evening, after Riley Strain was located, the community of Nashville gathered underneath the bridge at Gay Street to hold a candlelight vigil for Riley. We also heard Riley's mother speak after he was found. And here is what Riley's mother had to say to everyone during the press conference after Riley was located. According to WKRN, she said, "I just want to reiterate how thankful we are for everyone and how much we appreciate everyone's support and love and prayers, because we feel them. We've felt every one of them. I just ask that you mamas out there hug your babies tight tonight. Please, please, for me." Several country artists were also very supportive throughout this investigation. After Riley was located, Carly Pierce was performing out in Missouri, the home state of Riley Strain. And during her performance that night, she stopped her set and addressed the crowd and honored Riley Strain, gave a very emotional speech, and even sang a song for him. We're going to share that clip with you right here. Very powerful.
I feel like I can live in Nashville and be in the state of Missouri tonight and not say that we love you, Riley Strain. And I just want to say that I'm thinking of his family and I'm thinking of his friends and anybody in this room that knows him, and I want to dedicate this to them.
This investigation has really been an emotional roller coaster. We have seen a lot of evidence come forward. We've had a lot of tips come forward, as MNPD has stated throughout this entire investigation. They were vetting all of those tips. Chief John Drake with the Metro Nashville Police Department also mentioned that experts were telling them, due to the height and weight of Riley, that at the 14-day to 20-day mark is when they could expect him to surface if he was in the river. And sadly, tragically, Riley Strain surfaced on the 14th day into the investigation, since he went missing on March 8th after patronizing Luke Bryan's bar. This case appears to be shedding some light in communities on how bars and restaurants and places of business handle individuals who appear to be intoxicated. As we know, that was a very high concern throughout this case, as Riley was removed from Luke Bryan's bar and wandered off alone after he left the business. Our hearts and prayers are continuing to go out to Riley's family and friends during this extremely difficult time. And as we continue to get updates within this case, further updates on any type of autopsy results, we will be bringing those to you. That is your latest update today here from CountryCast. As always, hit the subscribe button down below so you never miss out on any breaking updates and news on your favorite country artists and all the news coming right out of Nashville.